Find your low point drain in your camper. Mine's in the bottom cabinet. And then I used a Sharpie the first time I did this to remind me which way to turn the knobs, and it's essentially lefty-loosey. And you'll hear them draining outside. Check your tanks. My holding and my gray are empty, and I've already got chemicals in them from my last camping trip. But if you haven't done it already, drain your tanks and add chemicals for the winter. Okay, I've got my fake cabinet door off, and you can see where I've written in Sharpie from my last few seasons, remind me what to do during when I winterize and when I open up the camper. The handles are turned on my pipes is in use. All right. So these are the directions that they are in when I'm using the camper during the season. So now I'm going to flip this knob to put the bypass on so that I don't have to fill the entire hot water heater with antifreeze. So I'm going to turn it. There we go. So now it's turned. And then this one down here, I gotta turn this way. Alright, so if I trust my pictures, I've got it ready to fill my lines with antifreeze without having to fill this entire water heater with 6 gallons of antifreeze. So that's the bypass kit in use. So here we are outside. I'm gonna open my panel for my hot water heater. Isn't that lovely? Alright, and see this little knob here? I'm going to unscrew that and let my whatever water's left in the hot water heater drain. Of course, I want to protect my nails. Alright, if you're a girl like me who has no hand strength, I'm just going to use these vice grips to unscrew this little plug because I can't unscrew it with just hand strength. Alright, I got my vice grips attached to the plug, and I'm just going to use it to get the plug turned a couple of times. Now you can buy an anode rod plug for your hot water heater, which I've done before. This is just a plastic plug. There we go. And okay, it's gonna make a big mess here, so just step aside when you're doing it, because the water's obviously gonna come pouring out. And make sure your hot water tank's obviously not on, because you don't want boiling hot water to come out at you. And there it goes. I always lose my plug. There's my plug. I'm gonna put that to the side. This is my dog Dylan. He's gonna hang out with me while I work. So I keep my keys hanging around my neck because I always put them down and lose them. So I find that keeping them on a lanyard while I'm doing all this helps. Alright, so this is what my control center looks like. Yours might be different. For winterizing, I need to remove that black plug that you see there. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, don't lose the black plug. Now, when I first got this camper, I was annoyed because it didn't have an easy way to winterize. I had to go to Home Depot and buy one of these little connector pieces that looks like that. And honestly, it was a pain in the neck. I had to take a picture of this, and then I brought this little plug with me to Home Depot, and I matched the threads of the plug to this little other plug. I don't even know what it's called, this little piece. And then I bought this piece of hose. I guess that's what it is. Alright, I'm going to attach this end to that winterization port. So this is what it looks like all set up. It's screwed in. I'm going to change my settings to winterize. Alright, so now my valves are set to winterize. So when I go turn on my water pump, if all goes well, it's going to suck up my antifreeze. Okay, so the first thing I winterized was my shower head, so I just shut that off. I'm going to go back inside and do a little bit more pink stuff. So you just do the faucets, the hot and the cold. You want pink stuff. And it won't be all pink stuff. So I usually run it until it stops spinning. And want to be nice and pink. I'm on my second jug. Good. I'm just going to go down the drain. Okie dokie. Pink stuff, yay. Well, you got pink stuff there. Then you want to pour a little bit down your drain. And then your leftover, just pour it down your drain. So all your drains have some pink stuff in them. Okay, obviously turn off your refrigerator. Little off button there too. Clean everything out. And then I like a little baking soda. And then these doohickeys, in case you're wondering what they are, that came with your refrigerator. One little piece slides right in there, like that. And this other piece just clicks in. So it keeps the door ajar, like that. So now your door's ajar for the winter, and you don't have to worry about putting a towel or some other doohickey to keep the door, and the door doesn't have to be swinging open like that all winter. Unless you're like me and you lost the other blue one and it's just going to stay open like that all winter. But hey, I got one of them. Like, that would be a bad idea to leave all winter, right? And maybe the oatmeal. Especially containers that are cardboard. Mice just chew right through these and have a smorgasbord. So I'm going to empty all my cabinets out completely. There's a little Beartooth Highway for you.